In this section, we'll explore communicating with Matthew. Communication is one of the most important ingredients in Matthew's life. When using the iPad, open the Prologue Quote to Go application and make sure Matthew's hand is at an equal distance from the left and right margins of the keyboard. There are two ways to support Matthew's hand when typing on the iPad. One is giving him support on the elbow, and the other one is on the hand. Stretch his finger if you see him struggling to select the letters he wants. This form of communication is one of the most accurate. Your arm can be used for yes and no questions. Giving Matthew some support on the hand will increase the reliability of his answer. You can also use the board in the same way you would use the iPad. Make sure you feel Matthew's gentle push while giving gentle resistance to his hand. The pod is another great tool to use, which has pictures and words to compose a phrase. Matthew's activities are a lot of fun, and when planning new activities, bear in mind that they should have a goal and a purpose. Matthew likes using public transport as well, and when he does, encourage Matthew to use his go-kart. City cabs or trains can be a fun way to get to interesting places like the museum or state library near the South Brisbane train station. Matthew goes horse riding once a week. Make sure you park in a shady area and open the windows of the car, as Kale will stay inside. Open the back door and have the shoes and helmet ready for Matthew. This will help Matthew getting out of the car as opposed to having to wait for his gear to be ready, which will increase his anxiety. Assist Matthew with his shoes if required. Now it's time to put Matthew's helmet on. Do this quickly to avoid anxiety. You might need to wait while you're called to go up the ramp. If Matthew gets impatient, try walking around and discourage him from running. The staff will call Matthew up the ramp when they are ready and will assist him to get on his horse. While Matthew's riding, take Kel for a walk and remember to use a quick command to tell him to go to the toilet. Matthew enjoys sailing and he usually goes on Monday mornings. Sailing days will require a similar preparation of that of horse riding. Pay for Matthew's ride, help Matthew putting his safety vest on, and walk down the ramp. Ask Kale to sit or drop and help Matthew go down onto his boat. Usually, sailability staff are very friendly and will help you with this task. Sailing goes for about 30 minutes. This will give you enough time to walk around the premises to take Kale to the toilet. Once Matthew is finished, go down the ramp with Kale, return the vest, and it might be a good idea to go to the toilet with Matthew before continuing to the next activity. Matthew is a great swimmer, and there are a number of indoor and outdoor pools that you can visit throughout the year. If the weather is on the colder side of things, try going to an indoor heated pool in any aquatic center. When paying the admission fee, encourage Matthew to use his card and give him some hand or elbow support to select his account type and PIN number. You will need to secure Kale in one of the benches of the pool after you get changed, and encourage Kale to drop and wait for you. There are a number of exercises you can do with Matthew in the pool. Rowing is one that Matthew enjoys a lot and helps him exercise his arm and back muscles while having some fun too. Encourage Matthew to exercise his backstroke swimming technique. He can also swim using his breaststroke and freestyle technique and encourage several laps. After your exercise routine, it's time to relax. He will enjoy diving and floating around. From time to time, you might need to remind Kale to sit and drop. After going to the pool, Matthew will be very hungry, so choose a nice place nearby to have lunch. One of the aims of going shopping with Matthew and Kale is to integrate them into the community, practice memory skills to remember the right aisle, choosing the bar he usually eats from his lunchbox, and using a self-checkout area to pay for the item. Paying at the self-checkout machine challenges Matthew to scan the bar or item correctly, select different options, and use the FPOS machine at the end with his card. Matthew knows his PIN number, but he will need your help supporting his hand. If you cannot feel his gentle movements, then review the previous section on communication tips. Music therapy is an excellent time for Matthew to relax, to learn and develop. Depending on the activity, you will need to assist the music therapist, but remember to be a background support and not to intervene unless requested to avoid disruptions and distracting Matthew. You will be impressed with Matthew's musical talent. He has composed music and lyrics with the help of his iPad application. Kale is a smart pup, and smart pups are not classified as pets and therefore have full access to all public areas. Kale helps Matthew walk independently, which gives him an extra degree of freedom. You can also grab the lead and lead Kale and Matthew at the same time. Kale is also a great anchor for moments of hyperactivity and anxiety. And he is also Matthew's best friend. If you're wondering what to do in difficult situations, we will guide you step by step in this troubleshooting section. If Matthew doesn't want to get out of the car, follow these steps. First, open the car and let Kale out. Stand in front of the door, unbuckle the seatbelt. If needed, go to the other side of the car and unbuckle the seatbelt. And stand in front of the door. Hopefully, this will help Matthew get out of the car. If Matthew wants to close the door of the car, stand in front of the door and communicate with Matthew to find the cause of his anxiety. Encourage him to let go of the seatbelt if needed. Help him to swing his legs out. Most likely, this will work. When putting the helmet on, it is important to be quick and to make the whole process flow. As you can see, Matthew's trying to get rid of the helmet again, but because the movements are quick enough, he accepts the helmet on. Thank you for watching this video and being part of Matthew's life.